Fantasy Alarm Game Day Playbook live show here. It is week 12 of the NFL season. Coop, the chat is already bumping. You know we're getting closer to the fantasy football playoffs when we already have a bunch of people in here asking questions, looking for these start sits for their DFS, for their seasonal, for their dynasty leagues. And those of you who are tuning in, if you haven't already, toss a like down on today's show. Please do so. Certainly helps us out here. Coop, just heard you and Bender over on Sirius XM. Answering some questions, giving your take on today's slate. Brett and I were here earlier this morning from 9 to 10 doing the same. How you feeling about everything today, man?
Feeling great, dude. I mean, just because there's no bye weeks this week, right? We even had 4 games already, but we have a full slate, 10 games today, another one tomorrow. Beautiful thing. I see the veterans who know the deal are already in the chat, getting their questions in even before the show started. That's smart move. Guys like Lewis Oswald, Coulter, obviously Skinny McKinney. What's up, gang? We see all your questions. Get them in, and we're going to answer them all. So for those join us for the first time, we get a lot of questions in. We answer every single one, even if we got to go rapid fire at the end. Get your question in once, right? Let us know all the information we need to know. Let us know if it's PPR, half PPR. Give us the full names of players if it's even remotely close. If the guy's last name is Williams, put his first name in there. If there's B. Robinson, we got Bijan's, we got Bryant's. Make sure you get that information in there for us. And let us know every little detail if you want. Dynasty, whatever it is, we'll do our best to help you. Help us help you. And the way that they're piling in now, the YouTube gang is so far out in front. I'm not sure the Twitch gang is going to be able to catch up today, Johnny.
Well, you know what? We did have a couple of Twitch questions earlier this morning. We are always welcoming our Twitch friends into this chat. So again, feel free to throw those questions in here. Cool. I mean, let's just get to it. The chat is already bumping. Coulter, the Lions fan, first one in here today. Needs a flex. His options are London, Boyd, Chandler, and OBJ.
London, Boyd, Chandler, and OBJ. I'm not going to start Chandler in that with those options. I think the guy that I'm going to go with is actually Drake London. Yeah, normally we would not like this matchup, but Marshawn Lattimore is out. In fact, I believe he's on IR, so he's out for at least 4 games. So yeah, Drake London is kind of in a smash spot all of a sudden. Crazy how far I had to move him in the rankings once that news came out, because it truly does matter. The matchups matter. So I'm gonna go Drake London. You know, Tyler Boyd's got a backup quarterback. OBJ, you know, he's popped a little bit, but he quietly is playing with the 4th most snaps on that team, even when healthy. So he worries me a bit. So yeah, Drake London here. And I actually see one. I'm not sure if you all see it on your end. Do you see Lewis Oswald's question? That was one before that one.
I see. Is it the one QB Herbert Minshew?
No, so he had one that was showing up on my screen before that one.
All right, what do you got?
It's flex, 1 PPR, Jerome Ford, Calvin Ridley, Dalton Kincaid, all great starts and great matchups.
I'm going Ridley today against the zone defense of the Jacksonville Jaguars, or Houston Texans, rather.
Big shootout potential in that game. I love when what we want for fantasy football is we want the spread to be within 3 points, and we want the over-under to be higher than 45. This one's 47.5 right now, and it's a 1.5 point spread. Those are shootout conditions.
Yeah, 100%. Skinny McKinney saying, let's be winners today. Let's be winners today. It's a great way. Cindy wants to know if you need 2, flex, Ridley, Mixon, or Sutton. Again, I like Ridley a lot today. I think I'm going both wide receivers here, but what do you think, Coop?
Yeah, Mixon's tough because you think they're going to lean on the running back with the backup quarterback, and you can run against the Steelers, but Sutton has been so good. He scored virtually every single game. Does it worry you a little bit that Sutton's going up against the Browns, though, John?
No, so Britt Flynn was talking of Cleveland's secondary is beat up today.
All right,
let's go. It's a better matchup than we've seen from teams going up against Cleveland recently. So I'll go Ridley and Sutton at home here for you, Cindy. Keep running that touchdown run. This is the first question I got for Louis. Herbert Minshew at the quarterback situation here. Yeah, I agree with you. Don't love Herbert. Minshew hasn't been great, though. I still might go Justin Herbert here, Coop.
Yeah, I'm going to go Justin Herbert, and if you play DFS, I do actually like Minshew's price on DFS. I like the options to stack him with Pittman and Josh Downs. So what I would do,
hold on. Let me finish reading the question. I guess that works. He can also pick up Baker, Wilson, Ritter, or Lawrence here. I would have been dropping Minshew for any of those quarterbacks before.
Right.
I love Baker Mayfield today. I would start Baker Mayfield over both of those plays today.
Wow, that's a bold one, but it's a great that's another one of those games, shootout potential, right?
Yeah.
I'm betting the over on that, even at 44.5. No love for Trevor Lawrence, though. I mean, that's another one. Again,
Well, I like Lawrence. My opinion of this game has been that we're going to see ETN have the bigger day. I think Lawrence is going to pass enough to sort of get them down there. But I think that we're going to see when we get in that red area that ETN is going to be the one with the rushing scores today against
okay.
that Houston defense.
I dig it.
We know how bad they are against the pass, the Jacksonville defense. And if they're going quick 3 and outs because Lawrence isn't able to complete those passes, Stroud could just run the score up on them all day. I think we're going to have to see ETN hold this one. I bet the over on ETN rushing yards today as well, 65.5. So I'm kind of invested there, Coop.
Me too.
Today.
Well, I have ETN going to DFS and stuff. Howard does as well. So we're a big ETN family here at Fantasy Alarm.
Yeah, Lawrence has a safer floor. I like Minshew. I mean, I like Baker Mayfield here today, Lewis. So go that direction. Standard for Milo here. Kyron, Ford, or Zay?
Because you just did that, John, we're probably going to get a bunch of Baker Mayfield questions now. So thank you for doing
Well,
that.
if they read my quarterback coach, they would have known I like Baker Mayfield anyways.
They should be reading it. Go over to fantasyalarm.com. Check out all the DFS articles are up. I do the tight end coach. He does the QB coach. We got Colby Conway on running backs. Colby on wide receivers. Justin Vreeland on running backs. And Dan Malin on defenses. It's loaded up. And we focus on one position, which other people are just building lineups and giving you lineups. We're giving you full breakdowns of each position by our experts so that you can build unique lineups and crush people. So check that out, fantasyalarm.com right now. The question was Kyron, Jerome Ford, or Zay Flowers, and I'm starting Kyron Williams, man. If he's good to go, he's got to be in my lineups because he was so good before. And the offense for this team hasn't drastically changed from back when he was having monster games. I mean, the last game he played, he had 158 rushing yards, Kyron Williams, and he has games catching 7 and 10 targets. I mean,
yeah,
Kyron Williams is a guy. And one of the big reasons I could be confident in him is they immediately took Darrell Henderson and threw him on the practice squad and said, hey, other teams, if you want to sign this guy to your roster, he's available to you. And we're not that concerned because we have Kyron Williams back. So load up Kyron Williams.
Agreed. Lewis's question was a little bit further down for me, but we went with Ridley here on this one already. Scott Fishbowl, Shaheed or Njoku here, Coop. Again, no Michael Thomas now for the Saints.
Yeah. So this would be an easy one, Shaheed, but the Scott Fishbowl, for those unfamiliar, is a tight end premium format. I think I would go Njoku in this matchup against the Broncos. Broncos are already bad against the tight end, and now they don't have Kareem Jackson, who is suspended. And Njoku got 15 targets last week. So I think in this format, it's close enough that give me the tight end premium player.
How is Kareem Jackson still allowed to play in the league after being suspended that many times, dude?
And they reduced it to 2. I mean, and the thing is, this isn't his first time hitting a quarterback this year. And he also had the crazy hit that knocked Logan Thomas out for a game and a half. He's just like, he's basically the new Vontaze Perfect. Safety Vontaze Perfect.
Excellence here. Stevenson or Kyron in a PPR league. You got to go Kyron, don't we?
You got to go Kyron, but I do like Stevenson this week. What is Kyron?
Joshua here wants to know, flex question for full PPR. Mixon, Nico, Flowers, or Thielen?
I mean, Thielen is, right? You got to go Thielen,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going Thielen for a full PPR.
Yeah.
In this spot against Tennessee today.
He said he was leaning Thielen, just wanted confirmation bias. No, it's great matchup. I think, Titans are a bottom 5 or so team versus the pass.
Agreed. Justin W. Flex, White, Stevenson, Downs.
Man, I really do like the matchup for Downs this week. He's going up against that guy, Christian.
I don't know the name, so I can't help
you. So the slot corner for this team, the passer rating against him this year is like 143. His last name, somebody in the chat will know it and make me look stupid, but first name Christian, he's a cornerback for the Buccaneers out of the slot. Eisen, that's it. Yep. And so Josh Downs is gonna crush this week. I'm in on Downs. Get him in some DFS lineups for sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I like Rachaad White a lot today, as well. But DFS purposes,
the thing with Rachaad White is like, talk about a roller coaster the last day or so, where he shows up in the injury report and as questionable, and then they turn around and there's like a rumor that they only put him on there because
it wasn't a rumor; it was a report from the team
that he's not hurt, but they're worried about getting fined if he gets hurt. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Why wouldn't that be realistic? The Bengals are literally going through that right now.
But that tells you that Tampa Bay is scared that at some point they're going to pull this player out of the game and they don't want
I'm
to get
not worried
fined.
about it.
Yeah,
I'm not worried
I'm going downs.
Olave, Warren, or Kyron?
It's Kyron, man. Warren is great spot for him, but he's still splitting, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we know Eddie Faulkner, he loves Najee Harris. Like we know that he's a Najee Harris fan, so they're still going to split.
I did take the over on the Warren rushing yards today as well.
Yeah,
48
what the heck? That's confusing to me. I think that's a good bet. I'm not going to use Warren and DFS though because it's split, but that's the way I like playing that one. Is
right.
50 rushing yards,
big play guy.
He gets that on one play. Yeah.
Yep. El Bori says loves listening, needs a full PPR. Start Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara out of those two. Oof. Who do I flex? Tank Dell or the running back we didn't choose? Well, full PPR, Coop. We have Alvin Kamara here. So
I know it's such a good matchup for Derrick Henry too. It's crazy. It's like if you're not going to start Derrick Henry versus the Panthers this week, you're probably never going to start him.
I would agree.
And I think that maybe I just go Kamara and Dell. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, in a full PPR.
It's full PPR. It's kind of hard to go away from Dell.
Yeah, hard to go away from Dell. And then again, Derek Carr should be playing today from what I was looking at. So, I mean, if that's the case, check down City. I think I'm sitting Derrick Henry. It's not great because I do love Derrick Henry. But as we like to say here, Coop, put him in your season league, go make a bet or do a DFS lineup with Derrick Henry so you don't feel left out. Because I also have Derrick Henry over yards today, 69.5.
Vreeland pointed out in the RB article that Derrick Henry is no longer priced with the elite guys anymore in DFS. He's more of a mid-tier price. So I even said I was on Sirius that I was going to use Derrick Henry for the first time all year in DFS. So play it that way.
Evans or Puka? I'm big on Evans this week.
Evans smash. Absolute smash against the Colts. I mean, he's so good versus bad teams, and he's just okay in the other matchups. So
yeah, I agree.
This is I think this is the I say that this is Evans's annual 3 touchdown day.
I mean, listen, again, I'm in on Baker. I got Evans in those lineups, so I got him and Kate Otten as the 2-way there.
I got a bunch of those, and I got Minshew lineups coming back too.
Yeah, Browns or Pats defense here today. Again, Browns going up against the Broncos here this week, right in Denver, and you have the Pats on the road off a bye against the Giants. I've played more Pats than Browns this week
in DFS because it's you're saving what, like $600 or something.
Yeah, but I also just think that why not? Britt has me a little bit worried if the Browns are not at 100% and the Broncos offense is looking a little bit better. And I don't think what we saw last week out of the Giants offense is real. I think we'll see. It's a 33 game total. So
Tommy DeVito definitely built up enough confidence last week to throw a pick 6 this week. Right?
I'm just saying, even then, it's a 33 game total. The Patriots still might come out of this at 8 points just by not allowing more than 14 points, right? Like,
I think I'm just still starting the Browns in a regular redraft, but in DFS, the Pats were my pick today.
Sure. Katie wants to know, need to sit one, Flowers, Edwards, or Godwin?
Full PPR, huh? Oh, the Gus bus, dude. You know he's going to score a touchdown.
Touchdowns are so
hard. You know he's going
to
score a touchdown, right?
I might fade Flowers here.
The Flowers flayed. Yeah,
flayed of Flowers, yeah.
No, I'm with you, man. Flowers has just been okay, to be honest. Like I think what happened with that guy, it happens all the time, is early in the season, these guys pop and we just get these preconceived notions. But when you go back and look at recent production, it hasn't been super impressive. And honestly, Odell Beckham Jr. has looked more impressive. So, yeah, give me Gus and Godwin. Godwin, I don't know what's going on with him, man. We thought he was going to be the guy with Baker, but
well, they're just throwing a lot downfield, but I think this is a good spot for him this
Great
week.
matchup.
Yeah. Mark needs one a flex PPR, Hollywood, Rice, Downs, or Hubbard.
If it's just one, it's Downs, but I'm really excited for Rice today with multiple guys being ruled out here. Yep. Right? It's for those that didn't see, they both ruled out today are Kadarius Toney and Mecole Hardman. So they are only going to have basically 4 of their guys. I'm sure they'll use Justin Ross. Is Justin Ross even available? It might just be Sky Moore, MVS, Justin Watson, and Rashee Rice.
So Better Boss is in the chat this morning calling out Richie James since he was activated on IR. So
I said that to Howard during the break. I was like, this is going to be a Better Boss Richie James day. I mean, it could be a nice DFS play, but either way, Downs is in such a good spot that it's Downs no matter what. But just wanted to make sure people know what's going on, that guys like Rice and Justin Watson, maybe Richie James, going to have bigger roles than typical.
Agreed. Next question here. Taco Corp. What's up, man? Coming off a pretty good night for yourself. Minshew on the main slate for DraftKings. I don't mind it coming back again. High game total. You can throw against Tampa Bay. He's only $5,100 on DraftKings. So, and Coop, you said I know Bender does as well. You guys have some lineups here with Gardner Minshew today.
Yeah. So you got to make. I think that game's going to be a shootout. I like still betting the over, even though it's already pretty high. And I've got two lineups. I've got one with Minshew, I've got one with Baker, and then you get Mike Evans in there, you get Pitts in there, you get Josh Downs in there, you get Cade Otton in there. We know who the main players are, so it's actually pretty easy to stack those up and then throw guys like Kyron and Derrick Henry. And when you do that, then the guy you can start at the flex is anybody you want. So yeah, there's some pretty good matchups lineups you can make with Minshew and GPP.
Agreed. Brandon, you need 2.5 PPR. Kamara, Henry, Cup, or Kyron.
That's where I'm starting Kamara and Henry in half PPR. I might have gone Kyron in full, but yeah, you got to go Henry in half PPR.
Yeah, again, I think it's good there. Thoughts on Jalen Warren? Would you start Warren, Ford, or Connor today?
Man, that's tough because Connor gets all the work.
Ford gets most of the work.
Gets most of the work, and he has a great matchup. Yeah. I think that this is the one where I might, and then Warren's got a good matchup, but it's a split. I think I'm starting James Conner, man.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really have a strong lean on either of these. I think they're all kind of mixed. I will say Connor hasn't been great since he's come back. I might lean Jerome Ford here personally if I had to pick one. I think
this is. I mean, is it half PPR? Is it full PPR? I'm gonna pull up. I'll see where I have those.
Yeah, Archie, let us know. I guess if it's a full or half PPR. Again, not that these guys are big pass catchers. Warren does obviously catch a few more balls, but
I haven't ranked. I have Connor at 21, Ford at 23, and Warren at like 25. So they're very, very close.
I think I lean Ford, Archie, for me personally here today. It's full PPR, he said. Yeah, Ford for me still. I think Ford for me still.
I'm going Connor. You're gonna have to get a third party opinion. Tweet it.
Go ask Malin in Discord. See what he says. He'll be the tiebreaker for us. Rod, Luke says good morning. Good morning to you, Luke.
Morning, Luke.
Rod says Barkley, Henry, Deontay, or London PPR flex needs a running back and a flex. So 2 of those plays.
I'm starting Henry. I think the Patriots go out of their way to take Saquon Barkley away. It's been their MO to take away your most important piece. And then I like London. Deontay Johnson got a little bit of a dust up in the locker room with one of
I heard Minka Fitzpatrick.
And sometimes those guys come out and they have great games, and then sometimes Mike Tomlin sends a little bit of a message. And there's also a new play caller. So the guy that had been calling plays the last couple of years when Deontay was getting 140 targets here and there and wasn't really producing on them, that guy's gone now. So there's a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they go away from Deontay Johnson because you still have Kenny Pickett as your quarterback. They can't really do too much here, but I still think I go Henry and in London, I think for me.
Yep.
Ann says, good morning. Good morning to you. And Christopher wants to know, Demario Douglas or Cortland Sutton today? I'm going Sutton. I'm not going Patriots.
We're big Pop Douglas fans, but Cortland Sutton, I think that he's the kind of guy that you just, until he stops scoring touchdowns, you just got to have him in your lineup every week. They've got it figured out.
Agreed. Lucky Lebo here. PPR need a wide receiver and a flex. D-Hop, Flowers, Sutton, Henry, and Ford.
I'm going Sutton and Derrick Henry.
Where am I? Clicking off a page and I can't find where all the tabs are. Here we go. Ridley or Addison? I love Ridley today.
Yeah, Ridley's in a great spot. It's that besides the Bills-Eagles game, I think that game has the most shootout potential.
Agreed. And here, Deontay Johnson, Dalton Kincaid.
That one's tougher. I think I would actually, you know what? I would go Kincaid there. Even though they have Kevin Byard now, I don't think the Bills have a chance of competing without throwing to the guys over the middle. So it's a good spot for Khalil Shakir, and it's a good spot for Kincaid.
Yep, I'll agree with you on that one. Christopher answered that one already. Byron says, good morning. Rod wants to know Pitts or Freiermuth in a PPR.
I like Pitts, man. Freiermuth he played like half the game last week, and Pitts is going up against our guy, Alontae Taylor this week. So it should be, and then again, no Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, they're not going to be able to do what they usually do. So I like Pitts this week.
Yep, agreed with you here. James, half PPR, has got a 9-2 record, wants us to pick 2, Addison, Sutton, London, or Cook.
Got to go with Addison, right? Against the Bears, with no Justin Jefferson. And then I think we go Drake London.
You go London over Sutton there?
I think I do, man. It's just, there's sometimes we take the I know what Britt's saying about guys being banged up, and it's an excellent point, but it's still the Browns. And you know what I mean? It's still
they still have Myles Garrett. Right?
They still have Myles Garrett, still 37-point over under. So with London, with no Marshawn Lattimore, I don't think there's anything really.
So Denzel Ward is out today.
Out.
For them. Let's see. We have the full look here. Out. We have Denzel Ward is out. Juan Thornhill, their safety, is questionable.
We're gonna get the official inactives in about 8 minutes.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, this to her point, like missing their top corner, right? Like, and their safety. So
are the.
I still think Sutton.
So are the Saints.
I'm going to add some Sutton here.
Yeah, I mean, the over-under on that Saints and Falcons game is pretty low. Let's go Addison Sutton.
Yeah, I just trust the way Russell Wilson's playing over Ritter. Russ wants to know Flex, Flowers, Sutton, Spears, Chandler, likely.
If it's a flex, it's Sutton.
Yep, sure. Sutton. Benjamin, I saw you throw this question in here a few times. We'll answer it, but I promise you we're going to get to everybody's question here today. You only got to throw it in once. We are working our way down the list here. So
we'll get them all. We always do.
This is a full PPR question for him at the flex. Ramondre Stevenson, Devin Singletary, or Rashid Shaheed?
I can't go Singletary with Pierce back. I think I like Mondre against the Giants. He's put together a few games with 100 yards from scrimmage, has he not?
Yeah. Yep. I'm fine going there. They said it's going to be a 50-50 share split with Singletary, which is kind of stupid, but
I don't like that. Yeah.
This is a stupid question. What side do you see who the field plays in DFS? So we have it on our site, Danny. You go over to fantasystorm.com, check out our draft percentage forecaster. You'll be able to see who we have for the projected rostership in DFS today for FanDuel and DraftKings.
Yeah, there's a couple of spots you can see it. If you just want to see that, you can go to the NFL DFS tab, and then on the right under DFS tools, NFL DFS projected ownership, and then you pick FanDuel or DraftKings. You can see, for instance, Jonathan Taylor set at 29%, Trey McBride at 28%. Mm-hmm. Those guys are far and away projected to be the highest rostered players. Like 30% is big.
Agreed. And if you don't have a Fantasy Storm subscription, we'll just do a quick plug here. Right now, it's the time to do it because we have brought back our $100 off annual subscription deal right here. Coop's hiding. If you go to fantasystorm.com/annual or scan that QR code and use promo code HURRY, you'll get the annual subscription for $16 a month. Our month-to-month subscription right now is $40 a month. So you're saving more than 50% off the monthly cost here. You get us for a year. You get access to all of our premium content. Anything that is behind the paywall that is on site, you'll get access to for less than $16 a month. Again, that's usually a $40 cost for you per month here. And you get access to our premium Discord as well. So myself, Andrew Cooper, Howard Bender, Dan Malin, the whole crew in there, you get access to us answering your start-sit questions all week long. So again, scan that QR code, become a member of the Fantasy Storm family. This deal, I think, goes away after Cyber Monday. So limited time offer right now, fantasystorm.com/annual. Promo code HURRY gets you the $100 off our annual subscription package there today. So plug over, back to the questions here, and wants to know Latavius Murray, Roschon Johnson, Damian Pierce, and PPR.
I like Latavius Murray, man. He's getting high leverage work, and he's getting the goal line work.
Yeah, I'm fine going there. Lucky Lebo, one more, Javonte, Chandler, Cooper, Shaheed, London, PPR.
It's either London or Shaheed. I would have liked Shaheed better if it was Jameis Winston, honestly, because he's more willing London. That's fine. Take the chucks, yeah. But Shaheed,
would you play Amari Cooper or Cooper Kupp today for Byron?
I kind of just want to go Cooper. I think I might start DeAndre Hopkins over both against the Panthers.
I think is he starting DeAndre Hopkins already? It sounds like he has.
There. Yeah, I think I would start Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, go Cooper Kupp. He's the better play. Singletary, Stevenson, or Kyron. I don't know if he answered this one already, but
Kyron.
1 point PPR, A.T. Perry, Amari Cooper, Kyle Pitts, Cole Kmet, not a tight end premium.
I'm not going to start A.T. Perry.
That's got Bender written all over it.
It's probably Amari.
Yeah, Amari for me too. Joe Pinheiro, what's up, man? Happy to have you in the chat here this morning. If you got any cues, feel free to shoot them our way, my friend.
That's a good.
Norma wants to know, need 3 out of 5. Ridley, Rashid, Javonta, Addison, Olave. Great drafting there, Norma.
Yeah, that's Norma's got rich people problems there with that
Yeah.
squad. I think you start Ridley for sure,
Yeah.
and you start Rice, and you start Addison.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good there. Jim Coop wants to know in a PPR and a running back and a flex, Cook, Warren, or Godwin.
Shout out to fellow Coops in the chat. Can never have too many Coops in here. Can never have too many former MLB pitchers like Joel Pinheiro in here. So everybody, come on in. Let's see. PPR, Cook, Warren, or Godwin. So that's James Cook, Jalen Warren, or Chris Godwin. Godwin's been disappointing, but I think I would go Warren and Godwin. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I'm fine going Warren and Godwin. Again, I don't know. Cook's last week and Murray shared the snap count, so hard for me to.
And Ty Johnson quietly played a bunch
Ty
of.
Johnson.
I hate that.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that.
Rob wants to know one running back, 2 flex: Saquon, Cook, Ford, and Olave here.
I think I'm going Ford in that matchup and Olave as well. And I think I still go Barkley.
Yeah, here we go, Barkley.
Here we go, Barkley.
Yep. Carr or Minshew? I'm going to go Minshew.
I like Minshew too.
Please rank for Cindy: Saints, Broncos, Bengals, and Eagles defense.
Well, Saints are missing one of their best players.
Yeah.
Eagles play the Bills.
I know that Bender's playing. I know Bender's playing the Bills here, but I still like the Eagles, man.
I do. I like
Eagles at home here with some rain in the forecast. I don't know.
Unless you have severe points, unless you have severe negatives for scoring, like some leagues really punish you if you let up 30, 40 points. Unless you have severe negatives, the Eagles are actually kind of a sneaky good play.
I'm playing them in DFS this week. They're $2,900. Again, Josh Allen throws interceptions. They looked okay last week, but they beat the Jets. Are we really going to say like the Bills are back because they beat the Jets at home last week? Not me. I think the Eagles are 1. Broncos 2, Saints 3, Bengals 4.
Agreed. Yeah, I swear with the Bills taking sacks and honestly throwing long interceptions on third down is honestly part of the game plan. I swear.
It's a punt, right?
They instead of punting, they're willing to just say, hey, you know what? Gabe Davis down there somewhere, right? And they just end up throwing picks. And that guy's going to take sacks, right?
Yeah.
It's like, so yeah, I think I'm going to go Eagles definitely for sure.
I'm with you. Chris, full PPR, would you trade Saquon, Thielen, and Deontay for Keenan Allen?
No, not with those, because the other wide receivers are Flowers and McLaurin.
Yeah.
No. Like if a bunch of those guys were on your bench, then I would do it because I love Keenan Allen. But I think you're just giving up too much. You're giving up like an RB1, a wide receiver 1, and another potential.
Yeah, keep a trade. Next week I would have to start Rice with Flowers on a bye. That's fine. I like Rice. That's fine.
But you just start Thielen and Deontay Johnson instead.
Joel here wants a question. PPR flex, Connor, Warren, or Rice here, Coop?
I think I like Rashee Rice.
Yeah, I think we're going Rice. Again, the Chiefs are averaging over 30 points a game against the Raiders with Patrick Mahomes under center. And the fact that they are missing a couple of wide receivers here today, we hopefully finally again see Rice with an increased snap count because he's been good. So
that's great. Saying averaging over 30 points a game is honestly underselling it, John.
It's like 36, right?
They average 36. And in the 10 games Mahomes played against them, there's only one game that was under 30, and they scored 28. Right. So it's like that's the floor. They're going to crush this team today.
Yeah, I'm going Rashee Rice here today, I think, in that spot. Better cast question here. Likely over under 30.
Over. Isaiah Likely, man, the game he had last week was not as bad as what the box score said. They threw to him 4 times, only 2 counted as targets, and he played virtually the whole game. Lamar Jackson came out and said, when I look at the tape, this guy, he's open every time. So Isaiah Likely over 30.5. That's a smash spot. And you can make that play for free on the Better Cast.
Tell everybody about the Better Cast app here.
Yeah. So the Better Cast is this app we have, dude, where you can go in and during the game, before the game, there's some questions that are preloaded. So that Isaiah Likely question's in there right now. You go in, answer a few questions, and then during the games, the primetime games, so tonight, of course, the Ravens and the Chargers, we hang out in the chat, talk about the game. Howard Bender sometimes does some videos and stuff, and you can pick all these plays that go in for free. And when you win, you get tickets that can be redeemed for actual items. We have autographed jerseys, autographed mini helmets. We're doing like exclusive events. Like we said, Howard will do special casts, all these things. He'll have guests on. It's super cool, man. So download that app now. And I'm not sure, is it still going on or is that just Thanksgiving, the dollar donation if you download the app?
I'm not sure. I think it might still be going on. I'm
Right.
not 100%
So if you download the app, Scott Fish's group Fantasy Cares, for downloads of the app, we donate $1. So there's apps out there that cost you $1 to download. This one's not only free, but $1 goes to charity. So hit that QR code now, download the app, check it out. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But for me, it's for me. I like hanging out there. I like talking with the gang. You're in there. A lot of the people from this chat are there hanging out.
Bender, every Thursday is the Bender cast. Howard Bender
cast, yeah.
Thursday football with you. All right, back with questions. Richard here. Happy gobble gobble. Hope you're enjoying your leftovers there, Coop and Richard. 2 flex out of the 4. Javonte, Rice, McBride.
Rice for sure, McBride for sure. McBride played every single snap, and he's the top target on that team. Yeah. He's one of the highest scoring tight ends since Zach Ertz went out. He's basically been Travis Kelce.
Yeah, agreed. He's been super good. Fields, Murray in a redraft. I also have McBride. I'm going to go Kyler today.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Likely or Otten, Coop?
I'm going likely, man. Otten has been solid, but I'm going upside with likely. Unless your team is like an absolute wagon and you just need a safe floor, maybe Otten, but go with the upside with likely. He's going to play Mark Andrews' role. That's why he's on the team.
PPR for Ralph. Downs, Devonta, Douglas, or Sutton?
I mean, with Dallas Goedert out, Devonta Smith is like an elite play, right?
Yeah.
So you got to go.
I'm down.
Oh, it's just one player? Then yes, it's Devonta Smith.
Yep. Agreed. Brandon Smith wants to know running back, Ford, Warren, Harris, or Javonte in a full PPR?
Not loving what I saw from Javonte last week. He actually only ran 5 routes, which was not only fewer than Samaje Perine, but fewer than Jaleel McLaughlin. And I know, John, they do throw it to him when he's out there, but I just don't like that. He's not like leading in all aspects. I think I'm going to go with Ford versus the Broncos instead.
Yeah, that works for me. Gabe Davis or Jordan Addison for standard scoring for Byron?
That could be the one world where you might consider Gabe Davis, but it's still Jordan Addison.
Yeah, it's Jordan Addison. Ethan, sit one of Madison, Kirk, or Singletary. I think we go Singletary this week.
Gotta sit Singletary. It was fun while it lasted. Right?
Yeah,
but
it was. And hopefully it continues. Hopefully this week he just proves himself to be the guy, and Pierce ends up taking a back seat here. Flex 2.5 PPR, McBride, Adams, or Rashad White.
Assuming that's Devontae
Adams. I mean, assuming it's Devontae Adams.
You're going to start Devontae Adams, and I think I'm going to start McBride over Rashad White.
Okay.
He's been so good.
He's been very good. I would agree with you. Cooper Cup, or Mari Cooper, I would imagine. Gabe Davis, George Pickens, full PPR for Brandon.
Do we go George Pickens against the Bengals?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Pacheco, DK main slate. Yep, I got him in my lineups today. Again, they're a big favorite. Ran the ball 19, 20 times last week. I think there's a good value in Pacheco there, especially with the wide receivers out. Benjamin, we answered those ones for you already. Mike Evans or Tank Dell for Foxborough News here?
Mike Evans, man. Mike Evans is the smash. Tank Dell's been great, but Mike Evans isn't. This is a Mike Evans week.
Agreed. Flex 2 for Daggers here. Addison, Downs, Roshan, James Cook, Deontay Johnson.
Addison's in too good of a spot. I like Addison and Downs, even in half PPR.
Braden wants to know Hollywood, Downs, or Cooper in a half PPR.
Are you worried at all about Hollywood showing up on the injury report?
Yeah, I don't like Hollywood Brown. I haven't really liked him since I haven't played him since he came back. So I actually have a lot of Greg Dortch in DFS, but that's a price point thing.
Right.
But I'd rather go Downs here.
Downs. Yep.
Witt wants to know full point PPR, 2 flex keeper league. Kyron, I assume this is Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara, Travis Etienne.
Just 2 flexes. Oh, so definitely Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go Alvin Kamara over Kyron Williams. You have the luxury to see one from Kyron Williams this week.
Agreed. Dude, love in here. Murray or Fields. I'm going Kyler. Mitchell or James Cook. He needs the upside. Well, that's going to be Mitchell then, right?
Keaton Mitchell. He's got the upside, man. I do like what I see from him. It's just that both teams are facing the same thing. They got mobile quarterbacks, and they've got Gus Edwards and Latavius Murray threatened to steal the red zone. So you got to go with the guy with the better matchup, which is James Cook going up against the Eagles. Sounds pretty rough. So
Yeah,
give me Keaton
great.
Mitchell.
With a second question here. Same thing, 2 flex keeper leagues. He needs one of these 4. Cook, Kyron, Deontay, and Gabe.
I like Kyron. The only reason I didn't pick Kyron in the other group is you had, all running backs. Yeah, I rank all those guys all top 10. So it's Kyron for one. And I think the other one if it's full PPR,
he just needs one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kyron.
Yep.
Dame Overboard.
Hey,
good morning.
What up, Dame?
I'm struggling to fill my last wide receiver flex in a half PPR. Addison, Hollywood, or Pickens.
It's Addison, yeah. With no Justin Jefferson,
against Chicago. I don't know why that's not an immediate click. And then Najee Harris or Chandler, or a receiver we didn't choose for a flex. So that would be Hollywood, Pickens, Najee, or Chandler then for a flex.
I'm not going to start Chandler. I think I might start Najee against the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm still going Najee Harris there.
Yep.
Luke at an FFPC start 2, Pickens, Hopkins, Cooper, OBJ, and James Conner.
James Conner is one for me. And the other one, I think I like DeAndre Hopkins.
I'm good with that. Keith, need a wide receiver in a flex. Pittman, Downs, London, Cooper, and Kmet.
No Cooper or Kmet with those options. I think it's Pitt. So I think you just go both Pittman and Downs.
You double down with Indy receivers here?
I think I do. I'm doing it. I already have put my money on that, Keith. With DFS lineups, I can send you the lineups if you want proof. You and I will go to the loony bin together on that one.
Yeah. Jared in there. What's up, Jared? Hope you're doing well this morning. Doug, half PPR, one player. London, Addison, Najee, or Sutton here?
It's Addison.
Yeah, I'll go there. Theology, full PPR, Deontay, Hollywood, Downs, D-Hop, and Rice. Kind of like Rice.
Kind of like Rice there? Yeah. Rice or Josh Downs, but Rice, with the injuries to the Chiefs, man, I got to be feeling good about Rice. I know they're still going to use Justin Watson a ton and be super annoying, but Rice is the guy. This is a great matchup.
Russ wants us to pick 2 from Singletary, Stevenson, and Kyron. I'm going Stevenson and Kyron.
That's it. Yep, that's the answer.
DraftKings GBP, Watson and Pacheco or Downs and Shaheed. Well, you got yourself a little stack there with KC. I don't mind that stack. I think they could go out, throw early, get your Watson touchdown, and then run the game out with Pacheco. Obviously, Shaheed, no Thomas and Downs we like in general. Where do you go here?
I'm going Downs and Shaheed. This is where I like Shaheed. Best ball, DFS. Like, this is a guy that can, he can tear the game open at any moment, even with a punt or kick return, and also obviously with a big touchdown. And no Michael Thomas. So this is where he's very risky play, but in GPP, who cares?
Armed with the strawberryta already at 11:30 a.m. Balmer wants to know Warren, Ford, Rice, or Sutton here, Coop. I think he's playing you this week. So
I might have to recuse myself. I think I've already said too much on this show, in fact, because if you've been listening, you probably know who I like already.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ford, Rice, and Sutton there, Balmer, for me personally. Where I'm going to run with it. Theology wants to know Mixon or Warren, and then for a flex, it's Kirk and whatever player we didn't pick.
Warren.
I'm going to go Warren, and then I think it's Mixon or Kirk here.
I think I'm going to go Mixon.
Mixon over Kirk today?
He gets the full work. I do like Kirk, but I got to go. I'm going Mixon.
Okay. Taylor Heineke is upgraded to active, but is he starting today? Do we know? Just got that little notification there. Something to look at here, Coop. See if you get any info on that one.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now.
New England or Philly defense this week. I think I might roll New England. It's a 33 game total. So what do you think, Coop? New England or Philly D?
Again, this boils down to do you get like, are there negative points if your team gets scored on a bunch? Because if there's not, I'm going to go Philly. But if you do have like heavy penalties, I'm going New England.
Yeah. Let me know if you find anything on Heineke.
Yeah, I think they already said Ritter's going to start regardless.
Okay. So Heineke back as the backup then. Damian Pierce, Roshan Johnson, KJ Osborne, Elijah Moore, and needs one in a PPR.
I do kind of like Elijah Moore. It's with the low ADOT of DTR. I'm not going to start Damian or Roshan, so it's either KJ or Osborne.
Yeah, go Elijah here.
Yeah.
Full PPR, wide receiver, tight end, and a flex. So we got Thielen, Evans, London, Kincaid, and Schultz. So I'm locking in the first two. Thielen and Evans 100%. So what tight end are you doing? No, Schultz already played then. You're on Kincaid. No, Schultz
has not played.
Kincaid or Schultz?
I'm going against Kincaid.
Okay. For whatever reason, I was thinking Schultz was still in the Cowboys. I don't know.
And I like Schultz, but Kincaid, guys like Laporta, Kincaid, and Trey McBride just offer a different level of upside.
Sure. Russ wants to know 1 point PPR pick 2. Javonte Williams, Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, Ty Chandler, Keaton Mitchell.
I'm going Jalen Warren for sure, and definitely not Spears or Chandler.
No.
I might go Keaton Williams. I'm just going to go Javonte.
Yeah, go Javonte. Javonte and Jalen is where we're at here, Russ.
Yep.
Cody, half PPR, would you sit any of the guys for Chase? Etienne, Kamara, Pacheco, and Dell? I don't think so.
Nah, too good. Tank Dell's been too good.
Yeah,
Tank Dell is going to be such a blight on the dynasty community. I'm telling you,
because he's a 4th round pick that's going to thrive,
and he's small. So at his size, with his success, it's going to throw all the models, and people aren't going to realize how much of an outlier that player is.
Right.
So be very careful in dynasty trying to find the next Tank Dell, but this Tank Dell is very good.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, when Tank Dell was drafted, I initially thought that he was like a super fast burner, but he ran a 4.5.
He's not.
He didn't run like a 4.3, right? He's not Rondale Moore. He's just out there, just being productive as a short, slow guy.
5'10", 165. He's just, and the thing is, he's just one of those guys that he's just a dog, dude. So but if you put that motor in a better player, then you have a super stud.
Like
just
Julian Edelman, right?
Don't sit here and say, oh well, what about Tank Dell next time you draft the next guy that's 160 pounds?
Right. Ricky wants to know Bijan, Keaton, Mitchell, Jacoby Myers. He needs 2.
I like Bijan and Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, that's fine for me. Myers didn't do anything until the end of that game last week, but it's another spot where they're just going to have to throw.
They have to throw.
Herbert or Stroud, everybody's underrating what Herbert has done so far. I don't think we're underrating what Herbert has done. I think Herbert has done great with what he's had, but that doesn't mean fantasy points. So Stroud is where we're going here today.
Stroud has been, I think everyone's correctly. People might be underrating Herbert, but they're correctly rating Stroud as awesome.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I'm glad the Chargers have hung up there and won games, and Herbert's played well, but wide receivers can't catch the football. So not another thing. Pick up Rashee Rice, could play him over Downs for Braden.
Yeah, don't drop Downs to do it though, because Rashee Rice, we like him this week with guys banged up, but I wouldn't drop Downs to do it, but I do rank Rashee Rice like 1 spot ahead of Downs.
Superflex, Russell Wilson or Desmond Ridder? I'm going Russell Wilson here.
Yeah, go Russ. Tough matchup, but Russ has been great.
Yep. For DraftKings here, would you go Rachaad White and Njoku or Ford and McBride?
Both good starts. I have Njoku and McBride in my DFS article, but I think I would go Ford and McBride. Good matchup for Ford. And Rachaad White, again, they're not just putting him on the injury report just for fun.
I think he's fine. Keaton Mitchell, too. Gabe Davis, Amari Cooper, Tajay Spears.
Is this where we start Gabe Davis? I've been trying to figure out what the line is on just.
I'd play Amari Cooper here.
All right, Amari Cooper.
Fields or Lawrence? I'm going to go. I feel like bad keep dogging Fields. It's a 4-point passing touchdown and a 6 rushing touchdown. I feel like you might have to go Fields here.
Go Fields. Trevor Lawrence rushing for 2 touchdowns last week is
unlikely to happen again.
Fields there for 100 yards.
Yeah, I have the Ravens D plugged in now. Would you drop Chuba or Mayer to go Bengals, Broncos, Colts, or Eagles?
I mean, you could probably drop Michael Mayer. Unless it's Dynasty, you can probably drop Michael Mayer and leave that spot empty if you want.
Yeah, I mean, you can pick up the Eagles if you want.
I would do that, yeah.
Would you play Eagles over Ravens tonight? I still think I would play – I'd probably still play the Ravens against the Chargers tonight, but –
I might play the Broncos. If we're just doing a 1-week spot start, I might start the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos versus Cleveland's fine too. If you want to do that, they're in Denver. I would do that. Drop Mayer, pick up the Broncos, start Denver.
Yeah,
that's fine. Stone Cold pick worked last week. Is Josh Wiley, Tanner Hudson the guy today? I know who's in your QB, tight end coach rather. I know who's
I said it on the radio. Tanner Hudson still, even though he gets a couple targets here or there, he's playing. He's yet to play 50% of the snaps in the game. Josh Wiley just now ran more routes than Chig Conquo last week. Wiley is the one I like. He's 2,500.
What's his receiving yard prop that you're betting today, Coop? Is it a 5.5 or something like that?
I doubt it's. I actually, you know what? We should bet it. I'll find it right now. You
usually like find those like one catch tight end props and you hit them all the time. So
Will Mallory,
one catch 5 yards, we win $100.
It's kind of nice, man. So I'll check that out right now.
I like it with Foreman inactive today, so.
Yeah, I feel good about. I didn't realize. So Foreman's definitely inactive because I'm seeing that he might.
I thought he was not playing today. Did I not have?
Probably not. No. Well, he's playing. Yeah. I don't know the inactive.
Or not. I thought not inactive, but like no. I thought I saw that he wasn't expected to play. He's doubtful. So, yeah, doubtful. I don't think that it's.
That sounds bad.
Yeah, Khalil should be.
Okay, get Herbert in there.
Brian wants to know flex PPR, Mixon, Cup, or Ridley. I'm going Calvin today.
Yep, we like Ridley. It's perfect. Conditions are perfect for him.
Agreed. Ritter or Browning? This is probably where I go Ritter.
Yeah.
Zay Flowers is questionable. Is he going to play? I believe so. We don't know, though.
Is that a 1 o'clock game? Because the inactives are out.
No, it's the Chargers game. It's tonight.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking up Josh Wiley prop bets. I should probably stop doing that.
Well, you can unless you don't find them. So
he doesn't even have one. I'm
trying to see if there's like an updated number on Flowers, but I'm pretty sure he's playing tonight. So I haven't seen anything to say he is not going to play. So unless we get an update on that one, I'll be on there. Ricky wants to know Ty Chandler, Jacoby Myers, or Keaton Mitchell. Pick one.
One of those guys. Ty Chandler. I'm not quite sold on. I had to start him in a league 1 week, and he scored a touchdown, but it's still Madison getting the bulk of the work and the bulk of the snaps. Like he got 10 carries, sure, but Madison got like 20. So start doing the math on what a normal game looks like and what percentage of work he's getting, and it's not 10 carries, right? So yep. I'm probably gonna go Jacoby Myers against the Chiefs. Gotta throw, gotta chuck.
Agreed. Pop Rocks needs 2. Javonte, Jerome, Kyron.
Man. Kyron has been just awesome. He, if they say he's good to go, then I'm assuming he's good to go. And Kyron, when he's good, when he's playing, it has been great in virtually every game. So multiple 100-yard games.
This is a report, nothing to do with this question, but Rap sheet out here 30 minutes ago. The Steelers will focus on getting George Pickens more targets and Jalen Warren more carries today.
Is that why Matt Cannon was fired?
Must have been.
Yeah. Let's go through the inactives real quick while we go.
You want to pull them up, Coop?
Yeah, I'll pull them up. So if you we make it easy for you guys over at Fantasy Alarm. That's what I'm going to pull up right now. But if in any given week at 11:30 they have to announce the inactives, and then of course for the 4 o'clock games they come out around like 3 or so, and we just go on our website and just put them all in there, right, on Fantasy Alarm. So if you just Google Fantasy Alarm inactives, you can easily pull this up. So going through Jaguars, nothing surprising to me there. On the Texans, no Mike Boone, no Noah Brown again. So pretty much all 3 of those guys, including Robert Woods, is on the table this week with him out.
Yep.
Anthony McFarland, Minka Fitzpatrick being out. There you go. So it sounds like Deontay Johnson won the fight. Nothing else there that matters. T. Higgins out once again. Nothing that moves the needle there either.
Treylon out for Tennessee.
CJ Henderson out for the Panthers. Got to be chucking. Hayden Hurst is out, which makes Tommy Tremble maybe a dart throw, but he still split snaps with Steven Sullivan. Tommy Tremble, he tries like a cool hurdle every now and again, but hard to trust him. No Kendra Miller again, but Jamal Williams hasn't really done a damn thing. It's really just Kamara and Taysom Hill.
Those are the 2 running backs. So
yeah, no Mac Hollins.
There's the Buccaneers one, banged up team there.
Wow, look at that. Levante David, Jamel Dean. So the shootout is on. The shootout's on over there. And no Keyshawn Vaughn, but Chase Edmonds kind of took that job as was. Ryan Kelly's been banged up all year. Andrew Ogletree is out. Who cares? Kylan Granson's still tough stuff. Hard to start. Arlington Hambright. What a name. I don't know.
No Jalen Rieger today, so Keyshawn Booty's active.
Where's that one?
Patriots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah. So Keyshawn Booty for anyone that cares about Super.
Anybody that cares about the Patriots, Keyshawn Booty.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Once campus to Canton darling, Keyshawn Booty that fell in the draft. And Boogie Basham's out. So yeah, nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's over on fantasyalarm.com inactives. You can check that out. It'll be updated again, obviously, at 4:00. So you can get in there and get everything going. We got any more questions in the chat? Are we doing DFS? What are we doing?
I have Lawrence in the QB coach. Am I higher on him than Hurts and Allen? I like Hurts. Today he's also in the QB coach. I don't have Allen in the quarterback coach. I'm not high on Josh Allen here this week. Again, just personally, really has been playing like great for his fantasy price in DFS. And then you have to think about, like, a lot of people are high on him because of what he just did against the Jets. He's going up against the Eagles on the road here today. So I'm tempering my expectations. I would play Hurts over Lawrence in a seasonal format for sure. If you're building DFS lineups, you want to be different, play Hurts, but Lawrence is somebody I'm definitely more than comfortable stacking in DFS tonight. Getting in some Calvin Ridley. I think you can play him with ETN if you want. Coop, what's your thoughts on Evan Ingram? Evan Ingram's getting some rostership here this week, but haven't really gotten him at all. Any interest against this matchup for Ingram?
Yeah, I mean, this is versus the Texans in the shootout game. This is one where, as crazy as it sounds, I kind of the fact that he hasn't scored a touchdown all season, his anytime touchdown prop has been like continuing to like slide. They've probably been making so much money on it that they're just like enticing people to bet it. And this guy is eventually going to score a touchdown. So when I go through and look at let's take a quick peek at the old anytime touchdown. I was looking at it before. I just want to make sure it hasn't changed, but that's what I'm interested in throwing a little moolah on Evan Ingram getting his first touchdown. I mean, you can get it at like plus 300, right? So 3 times your money if this guy scores. First touchdown, you can get it at like plus 1,800. And I think Evan Ingram, if he's going to score, it's going to be here.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Betterbot says Jalen Warren or Ramondre Stevenson now, given the news of Jalen Warren here.
I still like Ramondre, man. I still like Ramondre against the Giants because we know he's going to get the bulk of the workload versus a situation where we're hearing these rumors. And sometimes people could just be speculating. Like, honestly, sometimes as bad as it is, people know that there's a whole community, fantasy football community of people that want to hear certain things. And if nobody's going to come out and say, oh, we never said that. So, like, if you're trying to get clout and stuff, come out and say, you know what? All the guys that everybody thinks should get the ball more are going to get the ball more. Like, that's, of course, what you say after the OC gets fired. So I don't know if I really, truly believe that they're just going to say, hey, Najee, you have to sit on the bench all day. I think it's still going to be – it doesn't matter who gets the first carry. It's still going to be 50-50 to some degree.
Yeah, that's fair. Does speak a little volumes, though. I mean, Najee hasn't been great. Warren's looked better. New offensive coordinator.
It could be. I'm just saying that.
Survivor League need 2. Puka, Cup, Nico, Ridley, Adams, Thielen. Definitely playing, I think, Ridley and Thielen for me.
Yeah, you got to go Thielen, definitely. But Ridley would love his matchup.
I love Ridley today. Cole wants to know, need 2 in PPR, Kyron, ETN, or Swift? Definitely playing ETN. Where are you going with Kyron or Swift today, Coop?
I like Kyron.
And then Brandon wants to know, with that news of Warren, would you play Warren or Ford in a PPR? I don't want to overreact to news, but I felt like this was a close one anyway. So if that report he's going to get more snaps, I would probably go Warren in this spot.
Right. And last week we were off Warren and Najee because it was the Browns, and Warren did what he does, which is break off a big score. Like against the
pass game work has been pretty consistent for Jalen Warren.
Right.
And now if they're going to try to give him more, if he ends up leading the snap share today and his pass game work, I mean, there's some real upside there for him tonight.
Right.
So,
and against the Bengals.
Yeah.
Which is a great spot.
Against the Bengals, a really great spot for him. So
I would go Warren over Ford there.
Yeah, Warren over Ford for me again, too. So the guys, just though we're referring to a report that came out for me in Rappaport that the Steelers with their new offensive coordinator intend to focus on getting George Pickens and Jalen Warren the ball more. So
it's Eddie Faulkner, who is the running backs coach, who was already deciding, based on what we've heard from Tomlin in the past, that he already decided which running back is in the game. So it just seems to me, I don't know if I'm buying it. I don't know if he was already the guy in charge of that decision, but now he's going to change that because his job title changed. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Right. Well, we don't know what exactly the decision process was there with the offense or the play calling. Right. Maybe certain play calling had to do with Najee being on the floor field a little bit more. Couple minutes left in here, Coop. You got any things you want to share with the family?
Do you want to do a quick DFS lineup?
Yeah, let's build a DFS lineup.
Oh, look at that. It's already up.
Hey, what do you
Funny how that happens. John, pick a quarterback. You're the QB guy.
Yeah, we're going Baker Mayfield.
Yep. Okay. So we're going Baker, which means we're going Evans.
We are.
Do we go 3 stack with Otten too?
We'll see where we go. We'll
Okay.
see. We'll see how much confidence you have in Wiley, maybe.
Who do we got coming back from this?
So I mean, it's Pittman for sure.
And Downs?
I only have Pittman, but if
Okay.
you want to go 2, you can.
Let's keep him on the menu.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna go Jalen Warren based off the news we just got.
Okay, we're going in the hype. We're leaning into the hype machine. Well, while we're doing that, let's go with Kyren Williams, another guy that I really like. Going, He was awesome earlier this year. They say he's healthy, and man, Cardinals 30th ranked team versus the run feels
in the
good.
Flex, let's throw ETN.
Yeah, we're gonna be able to afford that.
And then maybe a Tank Dell in the wide receiver spot.
He's expensive all of a sudden. So
we have no money left. Okay, let's move off of Tank Dell. Do you want to use Watson maybe? 3K?
Well, let's put in Pat's defense, and then now we have money we can spend.
Okay, Pat's defense.
If we were to use Wiley, we might be able to afford Dell.
That's what I'm saying. What's Wiley at 55?
Dell's too expensive.
So what's Collins? What's Nico at?
We could do Rashi Rice.
Yeah,
or Sutton. Damn, Sutton.
Well, what if we, like I said, do you like Justin Watson at 3K? He could go up from Wiley from there.
Let's see how that pivot plays out. If we go Watson, then we can go with
5K tight end.
Tyreek Hill. We go with Trey McBride.
Yeah, let's
go Trey McBride.
There you go. You got a little comeback in the Kyren stack,
Yeah, but now I have to root for Justin Watson, dude.
I think I had 11 targets last week and touchdown.
It's in.
There's a line up there for sure. Yeah. Back to these couple questions before we wrap up today's show. Lewis is saying thanks. Gregory wants to know Kirk or Drake. London.
Drake. No, Marshawn Lattimore's out today, Greg.
Am I seeing this right? Henry and Warren are only between 8 to 12% owned. We have one more update to come. I bet we see the Warren news jump here now that report comes out. Right. But yeah, a lot of people are going in the other directions here today, running back.
I like Henry. And folks out there, I saw a question that was one of those like one and done leagues where you can only use one player each time. In the Baby Bowl, which is a league I'm in, I've actually won that before. Shout out Rob Norton, does a good job. It's for charity. Hit him up if you want to get it next year. Basically, you can use one player once, and then once you use him, you can't use him again. If you haven't used Derrick Henry yet, this is the week to use him. If you're like a lot of us have been kind of shying away, this is a perfect matchup for him. Conditions are looking good. He actually ran more routes than Tajay Spears last week, so this is the week to use.
You want an updated weather report here? Buffalo, Philadelphia.
Rain?
Scattered off and on downpours throughout the game, more on than off.
That ball is going to be slippery. Josh Allen.
Difficult to throw in downpours today.
Yeah. It's supposed to rain a little bit here. There's supposed to be rain around the league. I was checking it out, but not a lot of wind. So, rain is good for turnovers.
Yeah.
Wind just stops all offense.
Agreed.
So I think, that's definitely helpful for the Eagles D, which we were already kind of
$900 Eagles D. If they're going to try to throw Buffalo because they're behind or whatever, downpours on and off all game, more on than off, says Mr. Kevin Roth. So
yeah.
Update there. Last flex PPR, Herbert or Amari Cooper.
We like Herbert with no Foreman. Just confirm that Foreman's out if you can, but that game is.
We don't know. It's till Monday night game. So, but
that's right. He's doubtful. Those guys
Herbert's
almost never play.
Me Green. Last question of the day. Warren, Kyren, Javonte, Connor needs 2. Again, I'm going Jalen Warren with the news there. So you want Kyren, Javonte, or Connor, Coop?
Not Javonte against the Browns. So it's Kyren or Connor. I think it's Kyren.
Kyren works for me. All right, everybody, get in that Discord. Go hang out with Dan Malin, Kev Tompkins. Get your questions answered. Get us on Twitter. Find us on Discord. All the good stuff here. Good luck in week 12. Catch y'all later.